Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Opus Magnum and we are on the gold hunt. Gold! Now we made gold and now we need to make fancy stuff to go with so we can actually use the gold. So the first thing is we need to come up with a fantastic jewel. Now you can see that there. It is gold in the middle. And then it has a circle of green and salt on the outside. So I came up with an idea. And my idea is similar to something I learned from the previous video. Now, I'm not going to explain. This is sped up because that's what I do in these videos. And also the mouse icon does not line up with where it's actually clicking. Again, that's what seems to happen in these videos. But if you watched the last video, thank you so much. I come up with an idea that maybe I don't need to create the entire thing. What I might be able to do is to create a small part that is copied throughout the thing. And if I just connect it to one single gold and spin it round, I might be able to add all the extra links in at a later date, as long as it's all connected to the gold in one position. You see there? Now that is the same all the way round. If you can see that, it connects to the gold all the way around in like a fan. So my idea is clear a little bit of space. We need the gold to come in. I then changed my mind. I don't want to make it too long, so I put it up there because that way I can pick up the gold and bring it in. So we pick this up, bring it round, and there we go. We now have the first part, and then if we just rotate the gold and repeat that process, and then rotate the gold and repeat the process, then rotate the gold and repeat the... Do you get it? Do you get what I'm doing? Do you understand it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you understand it? There you go, look. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And because of that repeat block, it actually works. See, I didn't let go. I forgot to let go. So I realised that the first one is returned, but that one wasn't. Boom. Oh, no. Didn't want that. And that's when I realised that I don't want to actually repeat. We just need to spin. That's literally all we need to do. Look at that! Look at that! And if we can connect them all to the gold, we just have to create all the extra links. Because once it's linked in one place, you only have to put down these black connectors that are on the floor, and as it spins round, it will add all the extra connectors as it's going around. You'll see what I mean. I get there. I'm sure you understand what I mean. You're a smart bunch. So I'll try and guess. Try and see if I've managed to get it all the way around. See, it doesn't look correct there because the links are not in. But it is all there. That is everything we need. So all we need to do now is add... You see, look, I got rid of it, but you can ignore that bit. At first I tried to use this, thinking rather than have like a lot, one might work. But you see, all this does is connect the middle ring. Nothing else is really working. And I'll try to re-change the area, hoping that might work. But it does the exact same thing. It still doesn't work. So I'll get rid of that and I'll get two of these. because now I can be a little bit more specific at where I need to do the links. So one has to be there. And now we've got one more link to make. And it is almost, it's there. You see now. Connect. Connect. See that? Connect. It's making a star. So I just need to go around twice more. And we have our star. It is literally that simple. You just have to make one part. Boof, boof, boof. There it is. Look at that. It's perfect all the way around. It is linked everywhere it needs to be linked. So there we go. We can now rotate it. I'm trying to change the... You can't. It won't work because that one is there. So we've got to move it twice. And then we reset it. And then that should now do everything we need. Look at that. Connecting. Little star. Little star. Oof. And we've got one. So we get rid of this. And here you go. You can now see it in its full speed. I was genuinely surprised and really happy that I had actually been able to work that out so quickly, because I just didn't think it was going to be that quick. I thought I was going to have to make a triangle and then try and connect a bunch of the triangles together and then add the odd salt here and there, and it was going to be a mess. But that was incredibly nice and succinct, I feel. And there we have ourselves a fantastic gem. And look at that. It's actually one of the best ones we've done in a while. The cycles are the best they can be. The costs are the best, the same as everyone. The area's a fraction off, but I mean, it's close enough. It's considerably better than before. So we are now going to jump to the next one, which is the last one in this round. And basically we need to make some gold thread. There's not a person called Fred who is gold. I try to work out, like before, how, if it's possible in any way for me to create just the 2 salts on the top and then the 2 salts on the bottom. Like that. And then if I can do that twice, and I have like one on the top and then one on the bottom, I can connect them to the golds and do what we were doing just now. As long as they connect to the golds, we can add the extra connections as the line moves across. Because that's the thing with these threaded ones. You have to be able for it to connect and move across a little bit each time. So this is now it set up. So we're going to have arm 1 do the top row and arm 2 do the bottom row. So the arms take a little bit of work because each arm has to put both salts in. And then at that point they need to extend them out. So you've got one like that. There you go. And now if we had the gold here on the right, it will link in . And then that, you see there, if we were able to get the gold. See, I'm already confusing myself here. I'm trying to do too much. And that's always a mistake in these games. I'm trying to think ahead. When in fact, it'll all work out a lot easier a bit later. So my original plan here is I'm going to grab the gold and then I'm going to extend it straight out 2, and then it will continue to keep hold of it so that once those arms at the top and the bottom are connected, oh, that you see it collided, so I need to wait. And now you see it connects across that way, so that don't work. So it has to go that way. There we go. And now you see it's connected there. So that's no good either. The gold has to be there afterwards. So I think to myself, well then why don't I move these back a bit, right? Move the gold in here. And then actually, I don't need a movable arm. I can just have just a regular arm. That'll work in theory. I just need to move them out once more. There you go. So they're connected. If I just move the gold across one. Oh. Oh, there you go. Look at that. We got part of it already. So now what I need to do is I need to move the arm across and then reset the arm. And repeat. But you see, this now gives me a problem because that is not going to work. I will make the exact same thing, but it will collide with the first made item because it isn't. See, I want to have a look, so I'll get rid of that so I can see how it's going to look. And then it will collide because it's not connected. And it's the connections that we needed to make. So I'm trying to think of a way that we're going to be able to do it. And basically I decide that that's no good. I can't use that one. I don't want to use that one. I need to use 2 of these. Like I did before. Those are the directions we need them in. And the idea will be that if I move it across just once more and then reset the arm, so I need another 2. Turns out I don't need another 2. I needed another 1. And I corrected it straight away, so that's fine. And you see now what that should do is that sits there, and then that way what will happen is when this one comes across, it connects there and then makes the second connection immediately. You see that? And now that's it. There we go. We have our thread. This will continue to make. It's all about those extra connections after the fact. You just have to get it connected in one place and then you can make the connections on it anywhere you want it to be. And there we go. We have the cost excellent. The cycles are a bit long. Area's fine. I decided to make myself a GIF of that because that's quite cool. I like that. And this is the end of the chapter. So now you're going to get a little bit of story. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the story so far, essentially, I worked for a big fancy house as an alchemist. There was a war between the 2 houses. My house lost, and we are basically in the slums in an abandoned warehouse. We stole some gold from them. We stole some lead, turned it into gold, and we now have some fancy threads to put on Our Lady. Niles, is that you? Sorry to interrupt your alchemist intrigues, but I've come to let you know that the house is stepping up patrols through the border zone. They may have realised there were some escapees. Took them long enough. Thank you for the warning. I just have a few things to do. But we should be out of here pretty soon. Don't hesitate. They're clearly looking for someone. Claire, this is Niles. He's a bit of an unsavoury... Oh, I know. Yeah, we know she knows. We've been watching it. Yeah, she employs him. She basically sent him to find us. To set us on this path. Yeah, I always wondered how he found us so easily. I'm almost offended you didn't realise it sooner. Your machinations are at a level far beyond ours, I'm afraid. And here I thought I'd found the only trustworthy thief in the city. I'd advise returning home now before there's any chance of you being seen here. Yeah, so basically she's going to attend the ball in her newly made gold outfit and gold diamonds and things. Although I'm not 100% sure what her plan is when she gets there. But oh look, we have our invitation to the ball. Oh, there's a wheel. Hello. Fair in. It's my understanding that alchemists must pass a difficult course of study at the Imperial University, and therefore only a small number progress. And therefore, alchemists tend to keep track of each other, even if they spread out across the city. It follows then, would it not, that the alchemist of a house like ours would be aware of another house had a new alchemist. Taras, I see where you're going with this. And I would just like to add, and yet I'm surprised to say that my alchemist was somehow neglected to keep this in mind and did nothing to detain or incapacitate him during this time. Yeah, it's like you're trying to sound angry, but you really don't sound all that angry. And yeah, basically, the head of the house has noticed that the lead has been taken, and therefore, you're in trouble, mister. Oh, he's basically, yeah, okay. Alright, and there we go. Mist of hallucination, timing crystals, voltic coil, unstoppable compound, and curious lipstick. It feels like she's going to put all of that in the lipstick, I feel. But that's fine. We are on the last chapter, and we are getting through it. I really do enjoy this. I really like the way it works. So I just want to thank people that are still watching it. It's fantastic. If you watch this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Please, why not subscribe to my channel? Why not take a look at some of the other videos that I'm doing? There are links on the screen right now. And I will see you again next time, alchemy friends.